Namaskar, friends. Today we will see this gut health and insulin sensitivity, how they are going to make a major impact on our health. Let's look at this first. What are the root causes of lifestyle disorders? We have spoken this for a few videos earlier, but just I'm trying to consolidate it in one single video so that we understand the whole aspects of the root causes of diseases and how to go about it in about 15-20 minutes duration. Now let's look at this toxicity and deficiency. Toxicity means what is not required we are providing to the body and we are not eliminating from the body. Deficiencies means what is required we are not providing to the body. So these two can cause a huge havoc in the body. Let's look at this poor gut health. What is this poor gut health? Poor gut health, let's look at the point. Not drinking 3 to 4 liters water every day. It's a must. If you are not drinking it, you are causing poor gut health. Constipation, gas, no appetite, unable to pass stools twice in a day. So these things would cause a poor gut health. Eating high carb refined foods. What are the high carb refined foods? White rice, sugars, bakery items, ice creams, cool drinks, and all those things, and refined white rice things, and all that are bad for the health. And eating multiple times in a day. So we generally eat. Lot of people eat breakfast, lunch, dinner, in between snacks, coffee, tea. This is called multiple times of eating. Then consumption of stimulants multiple times in a day. Lot of people they drink 3-4 times coffee, tea. This is something which is going to cause poor gut health. See, not eating uncooked, natural, nutritious foods like vegetable juice, salads, sprouts, nuts, seeds, fresh coconut, dates, and local seasonal fruits, because we are not providing the right nutrients to the body. That's what I'm calling about deficiency. All the time we are eating cooked food means there is no nutrients getting into the system. Next slide, next point. Stuck up here. Yeah. Next is insulin resistance, the second point. What is this insulin resistance, friends? We will go a little elaborately in the next slide. Eating multiple times in a day. See, this is a very important thing. Multiple times, number of times we are eating. Like we just looked at it for breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, coffee, tea. That's called multiple times. More than 2 times you're eating, that means that is multiple times. That what does it do? It increases the sugar and also it increases the insulin levels. And over the years, what happens? This results in insulin resistance. Insulin resistance is the main cause for all the health problems, and all the above causes, like whatever we are doing for that gut, also adds up to your insulin resistance problem, friends. Now, lack of daily brisk walking. People don't walk every day, 45 minutes minimum, and playing games, swimming, etc. No exposure to sun. This is another key reason for the root cause of lifestyle disorders. Poor mind management. Say we don't know how to handle our mind. We are stressed. We are anxiety, and lack of 7 hours deep sleep in the night is very very important. Then inadequacy of D vitamin and B12 levels. So I've seen, friends, these levels are very low for lots of people. The ideal levels for D vitamin is 70 nanograms per milliliter, and B12 should be around 700. These are the ideal ranges, right? And ensure below 5 parameters in the ideal range. What are the 5 important parameters, friend? Blood pressure should be 120 by 80. Fasting sugar should be below 99 milligrams per deciliter. Fasting insulin, this is a very key test which is not being done regularly. This should be between 3 to 5 microunits per liter. A1C, HbA1c is the 3 months average for the sugar levels. It should be 5.6%. This is the best, friends. HOMA-IR, this is a calculation. This is the multiplication of fasting sugar by fasting insulin divided by 405. This value should be below 1.5. That means you are insulin sensitive. The above 5 root causes over a period of time. See, it doesn't happen in a month or 2 months, friends. It takes 5 years, 10 years. All depends on the way you pursue these bad things persistently over the years. They cause what? They cause inflammation, chronic inflammation in the body, and then hormonal imbalance. So once these happens, all the cells start dysfunctioning. which leads to your lifestyle disorders. What are the lifestyle disorders? Fatty liver. Fatty liver is the first thing it gets affected. The liver is not working effectively. Then you overcome obesity, diabetes, pre-diabetes, pre-diabetes first, diabetes, hypertension, thyroid, PCOS, all these problems happen, friends. Now look at these toxins are endocrine disruptors and at times mimic or interfere with body's hormones. Hormonal imbalance lead to many lifestyle disorders. Be watchful what you put into your mouth and body and products you use. Look at this, friends. What all can happen? This leaky gut, stress, sugar is a toxin, free radicals, then bad gut bugs, alcohol, air pollution, building material and fuming, cigarette smoking, food chemicals. This is food chemicals come from where? From your all processed foods. All processed foods, the object of the manufacturer is to have a long shelf life. So what happens? They put a lot of preservatives, chemicals. Then these are all the herbicides, household goods. Many times we use so much of detergents at home, high concentrated acids and all that. And pesticides are going through or all the foods, then radiation, TV, mobiles and all the traffic fumes and type of water what we get. So we are bombarded with so much of toxins. So we need to be very careful what we put inside our mouth, what we put on our body, what we use in our houses. Friends, see, look at this. If you check for many, many years, glucose and A1C levels are normal because this is the requirement of the body. Body is very intelligent. It wants to maintain the sugar levels despite your, what sort of bombardment on your system by high carbohydrate foods. So this, but look at the insulins are raising. If you're checking that fasting insulin, you can know the problem much early. Otherwise, you are missing it. See, by the time you are come to type 2 diabetes, you're already too late. So what is that? We are all propagating all along to make sure that you check your fasting insulin and find out where you are on your insulin resistance. Look at it, friend. Natural history of type 2 diabetes. See, when a person is diagnosed with diabetes, he thinks he got diabetes that day. No, it precedes with cardiovascular problem. I've seen lots of people. They say I'm not diabetic, but they've already gone for a stent. They've put a stent in their body. And then impaired glucose tolerance test means what? It is pre-diabetes. This is insulin resistance. This takes over the years. Hyperinsulinemia. That means what? Look at 0 to 20 years. So the day a person is out of his home, youngster, even during the lifestyle at home, constantly we have hyperinsulinemia. That means insulin levels are very high. Look at this is what it is. Hyperinsulinemia means what? Look at this. Insulin is going up, 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 and all like this. Whereas sugar levels are under control. See, many people are in this particular area. There are years of this not being diagnosed. And when you check insulin, fasting insulin, you can know much before. See, when before you get pre-diabetes, before you get insulin resistance, you can check your insulin and check so that you can take corrective actions. Next is after over the years, if you have high insulin in the body, you become insulin resistant. Once you become insulin resistant, what can happen? It can lead to pre-diabetes. Then people can get into cardiovascular problems, and then the diabetes is a stage which is happening much later. So please be attentive, friends. Now let's look at it. What are the root causes of the life? We are looking at poor gut. Look at this gut. See, this is two bowel movements in the morning ensures healthy gut. Look at it. This area, this is ascending colon. This is a transverse colon. This is a descending colon. Look at it. This is clean. This is empty. If you're able to go two times bowel movement in the morning, stools. If you're not gone, look at it. It's all got so much of filled with this unhealthy material excretion inside the system, which is not good. As we discussed, friends, insulin resistance, anybody has got above 1.5 is a sure candidate of getting a problem like fatty liver, diabetes, heart diseases, dementia, stroke, high cholesterol, high blood pressure, obesity. All these can happen from their friends. Now, how do we get rid of this get a good gut health and insulin sensitivity? What needs to be done? Let's look at it, friends. I've just briefed it about 9 habits. Let's look at it. Immediately after waking up in the morning, Drink 1 liter water, go for the first bowel movement, and then only go for walk. I come to know from lots of friends, they go for a walk, then only they can go to the toilet. No, friends, try and follow this approach. It's very simple. Once you consume 1 liter water, there will be pressure on your intestine. Focus on your stomach to focus to go to the toilet. It will be easier to go. Then after 45 minutes of brisk walk, come back home, rest for 10 minutes, drink again 1 liter water, go for the second bowel movement. For in a few days you will be able to go and you will see the difference. If you're having difficulty, you can use an enema kit, and you can see lots of videos are available on YouTube how to do enema. Very simple technique at home you can do. It's a very inexpensive kit costing around 4 to 500 rupees. Don't drink water 20 minutes before eating food, while eating, until 2 hours after eating, friend. Then inflammatory foods, we just looked at it, to be avoided or reduced. Packaged processed foods contain excess sugar, salt, maida, dalda, vegetable oils, MSG, very dangerous stuff, refined carbs, artificial colors, preservatives, etc. This is only to enhance shelf life. Bakery foods like sweets, ice creams, cakes, and all that will be addictive. What happens once you eat one piece, you get tempted and you continue eating. This food industry is spending substantial money to see how you can be addicted with these foods. So be watchful, friends. The best thing is don't bring it home, don't keep it home, these foods. You get tempted. Junk foods, animal foods, dairy products to be avoided. Stimulants like drugs, alcohol, tobacco, cool drinks, coffee, and tea to be avoided, friends. Eat only twice in a day when hungry and maintain the same timings. This is very, very important. Why do you need to eat 3 to 4 times? It is not at all required, friends. After the age of 25, there is no growth and the physical levels of work is very, very low. Just eat only twice in a day when you are hungry. You just have your homemade food. There nothing else is required. Be little conscious about type of food you take. A good refined, no, good unrefined carbohydrates, and then you take good food, good fats, good protein. That's all. And type of food, timings, and quantity is entirely your choice. The people keep talking about reducing of your calories and doing a lot of work. It doesn't work all the time, friends. You be eat to your full, enjoy your food, eat twice in a day when hungry. Try and maintain the same timings. You select your timings depending on your work type of work and convenience and all that you decide. I've seen people taking their first meal at 8 o'clock in the morning and another second meal at around 8 o'clock in the evening. In between, nothing except water. And some people I have seen they eat at 12 o'clock in the afternoon and the second meal around 7 o'clock before. So it's very important, friends, if you can have in between, like look at it, what one more point we see it. Nothing in between two meals except water. See, anything else you put in your mouth is food. Remember that, friends. Avoid it. Once you put anything in your food, your entire digestive system has to work and it gets into your bloodstream as a sugar, and then the insulin is spiked. And then over the years, that's what we have seen, the high sugar and high insulin in the blood. Sugars are controlled initial stage by the insulin, but later on, both the sugar and insulin will be very high in the system, and which will lead to all sorts of lifestyle diseases, friends. For good health, eat one time cooked food, another second time natural food. We will just see some of the points with later. And 16 hours fasting every day is preferred. The best thing is you finish your second meal of the previous day before 7:30, 8 o'clock, and take your first meal around 12 o'clock or 11 o'clock or 1 o'clock. See that, work out. It is 14 to 16 hours. Bring it into your practice. Then drink balance 1 to 2 liters of water between two meals of the day in installments. Friends, we have already taken 1 liter in the morning, first ablution, first bowel movement. Then after about 1 hour of physical work, if you exercise and all, you drank 1 more liter. Then after that, between two meals, you try and consume 1 to 2 liters so that you finish 4 liters of water every day. Measure it. Don't think that you're drinking a lot of water. Put it in a 1 liter bottle. Keep on measuring from that so that in a few days, you are finishing 4 liters water every day. 7 hours sleep between 10 p.m. and 5 a.m. is absolutely essential, friends. Manage anxiety and stress. Learn some inner engineering program, how to handle your stress and anxiety. Do meditation, yoga, and all those things. Fasting once in a fortnight with honey or lemon water is the very best approach. This will improve your insulin sensitivity. All the inflammations in the body will go, and you will become absolutely having better immunity and all that, friends. Check and ensure the right with right supplements, adequacy of D and D vitamin and B12. As I said to you, these are very low. Unless you check, you will not know. And once you know that your levels, if it is even the good range, but bring it to this best range. This is the best range. D vitamin 70 nanograms per milliliter, and B12 is the 700, friends. And these five parameters we just looked at it: blood pressure measure, it should be 120 by 80, fasting sugar below 99, fasting insulin 3 to 5. I've seen people having fasting insulin to the range of 40, 50, 60, and all that, and they're all obesity trends. We have made some videos making comparison of those blood reports in my YouTube channel. Watch them so that you have more understanding. And A1C below 5.6, and I said to you this insulin sensitivity should be below 1.5. And look at, friends, one time you can have a cooked food, another time you can have a uncooked natural food. See, cooked food, I would suggest all of you have a hot cooked food in the first meal. Second meal in the evening, you're at liberty. Your spouse need not spend so much of time in the kitchen. These are very easy to make: sprouts and fruits and nuts and all that, coconut, all that you can have in the second meal, friend. This is what I have benefited by following this approach, friend. And let's look at health and immunity. What is health and immunity means? See, health and immunity means, friends, no daily medication. If you're taking medication, consider to get rid of it for a period of time by changing lifestyle under the guidance of the doctor. Good appetite you must have. As I said to you, two times you eat. Don't eat casually. Many times we are all casual eaters. We go to somebody's house, they offer something, we eat. Otherwise, they will compel. All this is absolutely uncalled for. This is leading everybody unhealthy, friends. And daily two times bowel movement, you are able to go. Good 7 hours sleep at night. No pains, no discomfort, no lethargy in the body. You're absolutely ready, and a spring in your step. That's what I call enthusiastic. Clear, healthy skin, very clear, friend. Lots of people I see, you have a lot of pigmentation on the face. Pigmentation is nothing but toxins in the body and lack of hydration, friends. Many times I see people, and the moment I see their face, I know. How I ask them, how much water you drink? I say, 1 to 1.5 liter. How many times you go to the toilet? They say, oh, maybe at times 2 days once. That is the main reason, friends. You are storing all the toxins in your body, and it is going to affect your health. Now, let's look at what is the best immunity, friends. I always say it's a very crude thing. Even after drenching in rain for 30 minutes or 1 hour, you don't become sick. See, you are not having running nose, cold, cough, fever, and the same evening or next day. At one time, friends, in 2014, before I started this approach, when I go for a swimming for one day, I used to cough and have sneezings, and then running nose for 2 3 days. I have to take antibiotics. Last 8 years, after following this natural lifestyle, I'm absolutely healthy. If I get drenched in the rain, I don't get any health problems, friends. See, friends, these are all the few excellent educators in the YouTube. You can listen to their talks. My guru is Dr. Manthana Sachiran Raj Garu. I follow his approach 80%, balance 20% with my own 8 years research experience. I try and consolidate, make it useful to friends, and invest time, friends, invest time. These are the few of the people who have benefited by following this, understanding this fundamentals of health, and then following this wellness secrets healthy schedule, and they benefited, friends. Some of them have lost their weight more than 15-20 kg in a span of 3 4 months. Some of them got rid of their medication. Their HbA1c has improved from 8 to 6.5 and 5, sorry, 5 below 5.7 and all that. And because the earlier you find, earlier you attempt all these things, it'll be better. I was diabetic for almost 12 years. When I'm saying I'm diabetic for 12 years and I'm taking medication, that means prior to that 10 years, I had a problem which I did not know. Practically speaking, I was unhealthy for the last 22 years until 2014. Last 8 years, despite my putting the best of my efforts at my age 64, still my HbA1c levels are around 6.4. Um, of course, this is without medication, and of course, I have no health issues, but I would love to bring it down back. So I have to be absolutely more focused on my diet and all that so that I can become healthy, friends. Friends, my name is Gangeshwar Rao. I'm an automobile engineer. I'm not a doctor. Please don't take my advice. Talk to your doctor before attempting any changes in your lifestyle. Look at the parameters, how I've improved, friend. I used to take 11 medicines until January 2014. Nil medicine in 4 months period. In the last 8 years, no medication. My weight I've lost by 9 kg. Waist size is reduced. Blood pressure has become absolutely normal. Fasting sugar, okay, not all that good. Fasting insulin, better. Lipid profile is very important. Triglycerides to HDL ratio is fantastic. High sensitive C-active protein, that's good. It's below 1. D vitamin, I have improved from 23 to 72. B12 from 202 to 624. All these, friends. What is more important, friends? Knowledge and discipline are the gateways to your health. And I'm sure you will attempt to understand this, spend time, invest time, and listening to these videos or other videos of those specialists, so that your enhanced knowledge you can follow these methods very diligently. Right, friends? Thank you very much for listening, and I'm sure you will share to your friends. Thank you very much.